Sure, yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
I didn't exactly know what to expect, just being around a different community and so forth that I hadn't been immersed in before.
So when Seattle Pacific comes through, that's my hope, is that they would be able to enact empathy and grace and mercy and sacrifice and all the things that Jesus has exemplified for us. And this is a great place to do that.
So community dinners is essentially a church, but it doesn't feel like a church. It's really a community based around a meal. Urban involvement, we work with community partners. Currently we have about 8 community partners that are nonprofits or churches that do work in the community with refugees, with the unhoused, and we partner with them to build a relationship and build trust. We have student leaders from urban involvement that we have working with us and train them in leadership, assigned to the different partners in the community throughout the school year. Those student leaders are the primary contact between the site partner, and they recruit students from SPU to volunteer alongside with them weekly throughout the entire school year.
I'm Andre Marino, and I'm a senior over at SPU. At the community dinner, I'm a site lead, so I aim to bring students here and get them involved in the community. So I began here at Denny Park because I was looking for ways to get involved in the community, and some of my friends were already coming here and they invited me. One night, Brian made a big deal to us to go and sit with people and chat with people. And at first I was a little nervous, a little uncomfortable because I didn't know what to expect. As time went on, I continued to develop relationships with people and get closer and closer with them. It was eye-opening for me, especially as somebody who's interested in being a medical provider in the future. It's really allowed me to see kind of some of the discrepancies and care gaps that we see in the medical field and within the not housed.
First and foremost, community dinners is a church. We believe that. We believe in table theology. During Christ's life, you see him preaching, healing, and eating with people. And that's kind of what we do all in one shot at the dinners. You know, we eat with folks, we talk about life, we talk about their story, our stories, we find common ground, eat, obviously, and then we also give the Christ story.
Unlike the more traditional or historic soup kitchen model, it's more of an egalitarian model where it's not volunteers and clients, it's guests, and we're all guests. And everybody eats together because we're all equal, everyone needs food, and it's a real community. People come in as a guest and they are there to receive, and then we've even seen multiple times, it goes from like guest to, so like almost like a consumer, to a volunteer, to a staff member. And then they would go from working part-time with us to being able to get a regular job in the community. So, you know, we've had people kind of run that track from homeless to having really great jobs like driving for King County Metro. And I think that community is so powerful in getting people back on their feet.
There's something very special here that when you come to the meals, you leave feeling different. These spaces are not just a meal. It's really cool that we're serving food for the body, but it is so much more than that. We as humans should not be living in isolation, but that's such a common thing. And not just for people who are experiencing homelessness either, that's for everybody. Seattle is a very isolated city, so being in a space even just for an hour that you get to feel known, it is so life-giving.
Just go check it out. You can always go with us or one of our student leaders to visit, and they can show you the ropes. There's so many opportunities and there's so many ways of getting involved. This last quarter I had a student who was actually graduating. He volunteered just that last quarter at one of the community dinner sites, and he said his only regret from school was not being involved in the community more and doing this more throughout his education here at SPU.
The John Perkins Center is where you can go to find all of your volunteer opportunities. Denny Park, the community dinner, is just one opportunity of many. There's a total of 8, all of which you can find on the John Perkins Center website.
I say just go for it. Bring a friend, come downtown, or even better, if you're really brave, come by yourself. We have a great team that makes sure that the environment stays respectful, and people here really respect each other. It's a very, very strong culture of we take care of each other and we take care of newcomers, and all are welcome.